A little bit lighter at this point. The cream of South Africa's young and upcoming artistic talent is being showcased in London as part of the South Africa-UK Seasons project. Supported by the Department of Arts and Culture, catapults artists onto the world stage, exposing them to career opportunities in the fields of arts and culture. South Africa and the UK share strong bilateral relations dating back centuries. So over the years, the focus and emphasis of the SA-UK relations has changed to reflect new realities. The cultural relationship between the two countries is now being explored. Let's cross to our reporter, Janine Lee, who is in London covering the Seasons project. Janine, another very good morning to you.
Yes, Leanne, a very good morning to you as well. And what I can say is I hope Valent's red bus is not going to disturb us this morning. But Leanne, as you alluded to, the SA-UK Seasons project, supported by the Department of Arts and Culture, underway here in the UK. It's been very successful. Just to give you an idea, over 250 artists have been exposed to the project, and they've been seen and exposed to over 300,000 people. So extremely successful UK Seasons project, building on the one that happened in France 2 or 3 years ago. And just last night we were at the South Africa House. It was the conclusion of the SA-UK bilateral forum, and I was lucky enough to bump into Monica Newton from the Department of Arts and Culture, and she was only too happy to get up early and join us this morning to tell us a little bit more about the bilateral forum, the SA-UK Seasons project. What is your role in it, Monica, and what are you here to actually promote?
Good morning. The Bilateral Forum is part of a regular series of engagements between South Africa and the UK. It presents an opportunity for us to reflect on what we've done and to plan going forward for new activities. The SA-UK season has been a very important component of the arts and culture work stream, I guess, of our relationship. And it's important to recognize how important bilateral relations are for the global community, but most importantly for South Africa, because the United Kingdom is a very powerful trade partner, is a very powerful ally in many things, and obviously, as we've learned from the SA-UK season, an extraordinary partner to expose South African artists to a wonderful market.
Monica, what are some of the challenges that the department faces when trying to get these young people and established artists onto the international stage and perhaps kickstart their careers?
One of the most critical issues is access. How do you know where to go and what platforms to use? And the seasons are providing a very powerful opportunity for us to identify those platforms, to try those platforms in the context of a much bigger machine that has a marketing budget, that has a major UK drive and South African drive behind it. And so now the big issue for us is, what is the legacy from the seasons going forward? The Department of Arts and Culture will be working very closely with our UK counterparts over the next couple of years to make sure that the foundations of the UK season continue to create opportunity for South African artists, both locally and abroad.
Now, there was a success in France, and the UK one has been very successful. Are we looking at moving it somewhere else? How's it going?
Absolutely. There are discussions with Russia at the moment for a season, and we are in discussion with a number of countries on the African continent to essentially begin to celebrate Africa, make sure that South Africa really contributes to Agenda 2063, and of course the major Africa Month project, which started in May this year, will continue as a way to really promote Africa in South Africa as well.
Job creation, always a big problem in South Africa. Could this be something that can maybe, create jobs for South Africans?
Absolutely. It may not be immediate, but I have no doubt that the more markets we create for South African artists, the more work we are able to export, the more talent we're able to have in the global community, jobs will follow.
The concept of the whole thing, how has it been received, Monica, from other countries when you go in cold and say, this is what we want to do? How do they take to it initially?
In essence, hugely positively, because I think that one of the most important things about a season is its reciprocity. It doesn't only benefit one country. So the Department of Arts and Culture, in collaboration with the British Council, is hosting the season because it serves both our purposes, because it contributes to both of our cultural agendas, both of our trade agendas, and of course both of our political agendas as well. So the most important thing about any season is that it is a collaboration. It's not a one-sided affair.
Now, I know it's been all work and no play for you, and I've had a chance to see some of the things that are on offer. Have you had time to see any of our homegrown talent?
I was lucky enough to see Ubu and the Truth Commission, which is an extraordinary piece that has real resonance even in South Africa today. The Handspring Puppet Company has become so famous with Warhorse, but it's so important to see the earlier work. And of course, any work that speaks to South Africa's political history is a way for us to reflect, to tell the world our story, and also just for ourselves to sit and think about how far we've come since 1994.
Monica Newton, thank you so much for your time. I believe you're flying home later, so have a good trip.
Thank you very much.
That was Monica Newton from the Department of Arts and Culture, the supporting leg for the SA UK Seasons project underway here in London. Leanne, we'll be chatting to you a little bit later. I'm quite excited. We're going to get one of our homegrown talent, our guys from New Brighton in Port Elizabeth. He's going to join us later when we chat to you again. But for now, it's back to you in Johannesburg.
Janine Lee, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your time there in London, and perhaps another update from you coming tomorrow. All right, now.